Am I live? There we go. It's brighter. It was so dark. What has happened? I'm a disaster. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. It is Sunday. I would hope the clocks have gone back, forward, whatever, but they're back in the sense that it's I'm behind. We're behind, and that's why I think it confuses me. Today is Sunday. I will be making coffee in my underwear for you. They're not just any kind of underwear. They're very special. Wonderful gift from Vanessa Craven, who gave it to me. It is a official Rocko's Modern Life underwear. They didn't even, years ago, I had found these shorts. I think they were women's shorts, and they had the pattern, so I wore them. I think I had a bathing suit like it, too. I didn't know the underwear existed until now. Look at these. Look at this. First of all, I mean, it's just a great color. This, and this, and then you get the triangles in between, and the black outlines. That whole thing's outstanding. But even better than that, you get the seal of approval as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I love these. This is just making my whole day. I have to wear them with the Rocko shoes, and I have a Rocko jacket from Chalkline. So I'm going to just wear it to a convention, and people are going to go, "Hey, you like Rocko?" And I'm going to say, "Yep." I will also say, if you have not already, stop what you are doing. Make it appointment viewing. Watch the latest AEW with Matt Sydal. First of all, it's episode 91. Second of all, I believe it's our second anniversary, which we don't really celebrate because we're so happy anniversary to us. Third of all, Matt Sydal is something else. He has the craziest release story ever. Anytime you are let go from a job, you need to do what Matt Sydal did. I think it will literally change your life. Go like it, go watch it, go comment, go share it, go quote tweet the AEW post of it so they know that people are watching it. Sometimes people just quote mine. I don't think I heard the tweet and let them know. Do they keep track of these things? Who knows? I'm neurotic. I think they do. So go do that and just be like, hey, AEW is a fine program. You guys should watch this. Just do that. Please, can you please, dear Lord, let's talk to people. I got to pour coffee. What am I doing? The Oscars are on tonight. I've seen none of the movies. I will still judge them all accordingly. I don't even know who's hosting. Is anyone hosting? And they doing one of those no host years? Fucking sucks. V said, good morning, RJ and everyone. Hope you're doing well. Amanda said, good morning, sir. Hello, friends. Mike said, good morning. Carissimo Crandall said, hey. Mia said, good morning, beautiful people. Red Dog said, turn the page, wash your hands. Hey, I'm painting eggs here. My favorite impression of Red Dog is, Ed, yes, dear. That one's my favorite. Sean said, hey, occulties, good morning, RJ. Carissimo says, I'm on my phone. Silver said, good morning, peeps. Mass Sanity said, good morning. Mia wants the hour back. Christine says, good morning, all. Vanessa said, happy spring forward. Wake up, Vanessa. These underwear are entirely your responsibility. James said, good morning, everyone. Mikey said, you could move to Regina and miss the time change, but then you'd be living in Regina. Fair enough. They also do it. They don't do it in Arizona, if I'm mistaken. So the time change, it's stupid. Look, the whole thing is stupid. But you can't just have like one state saying, nah, we're not going to participate. Karenissimo said, hey, RJ, this is my first time here. Let me know how long the excitement lasts. So Sierra said, good morning from snowy Michigan. Holy, well, we have a sprinkling. It looks like a sugar cookie. Clarence said, hi, RJ. Good morning. Looking sexy in Rocko's Modern Life underwear. Thank you. Silver Anon said, very lovely. Harley Cameron, unfortunately, is here and said, RJ, when am I on AEW? Harley said, if I'm not on soon, I'm going to crash this stupid stream and hold you hostage. I can personally attest that I'm working on it. Okay. Schedules, names, logistics, they all get in between. The question I have for you is, are you ready? I feel like you're going to come on too hard and you're going to want to make a whole show of it. And it's not really what the program is about. I don't know if you can handle it emotionally. I've done my research. I have my notes, and I don't think you know what I know about you. So good luck with all that. Kel said, wait, what? I missed AEW, and I'm on top of it. It's Matt Sydal. Yes, Kels, go watch and go look and go share and be nice about it. Simon said, good morning. Good morning to you, Simon. Vanessa said, hello, RJ. Hello and good day, friends. Well, RJ, we're linguistically traveling northwest from Somalia this week. As such, I'm wishing a happy Sunday to all those convened to watch RJ in his Unterwash. And then the A has a two dots over it, and I don't know how you pronounce it. And I'm not going to bother figuring out. Harley said, sip the coffee and look in the camera and say you're a princess. She doesn't quite. Oh, so Vanessa said that's German. I thought it was last week was Somali. I was like, it's a weird Somalian word. Underwash. The RJ makes coffee in his underwash. That sounds better. I'm a princess. Oh, James said Kimmel is hosting it. Well, okay. All right. We just really run out of people. Gremlin said, I honestly cannot remember the last time I watched a movie near its release. I have not watched a movie in a movie theater for at least a couple years. I want to, though. Karenissimo said, if it makes it easier, I go by Karen. No, it doesn't. Mia loves Vanessa's underwear. Fred said, 2023 is a great year for movie. I watched 7 of the Best Picture nominations, all but 1 have been great. Tell me which one was bad. Emmanuel said, who is your favorite Jewish wrestler and why is it Andy Kaufman? I don't know. Matt Sydal might be my Also, I have to say, the Malenkos are Jewish. So, and they're fantastic wrestlers. And I see Dean and I never say it because I'm frightened of him. V says, time change is ridiculous. Excellent example of how made up time is. Red Dog said, it's okay, Mia. Harley made a mistake too. It's your, not your, but she does that all the time. Silver Anon said, love the most recent trombone champ. Your frustration about the cards not doing anything was admirable. I am trudging through trombone champ. I'm figuring out the baboon thing. I will get there. Just hang in there, please. Left Set Fritz said, Harley Cameron is jumping on a trampoline with dumbbells in her hand, waiting for her chance. She's not booked. Bradley said, looking at the numbers, I bet the time change threw a lot of people off. I bet that's the case too, which is why we need all the support we can for this and hey and everything. Squirrel Squad said, good morning, RJ. Good morning, everyone. And if you want the latest Wrestle Ants shirt that Squirrel Squad designed, go to shopping. James said, new t-shirt idea. Picture of RJ with coffee in his hand and says, I'm a princess. Harley actually does have a request. Sing the real life squirrel song. So this is a song. I'm not going to sing the squirrel version of the song. I'm going to sing. So there's an SCTV sketch. So Martin Short is singing a song to a stuffed squirrel. And instead of girl, he says squirrel. And Harley thinks it's the funniest thing she's ever seen in her life. I'm not going to sing the squirrel version because it goes nowhere. Because I don't want to ruin the ending of the sketch, but it goes nowhere. I will sing the original version, which, quite frankly, is even more creepy. Pardon me, miss, but I've never done this with a real live girl. Straight off the farm with an actual arm full of real live girl. Pardon me if your affectionate squeeze fogs up my goggles and buckles my knees. I'm simply charmed by the sight and the sound and the scent and the feel of a real live girl. So, I mean, a young virginal man, right? Straight off the farm. Is he in the barn? Is he romping himself in the hay? Who's to say? Pardon me if your affectionate squeeze fogs up my goggles. And you say goggles. What is he doing with goggles on? Is he a scuba diver? It makes no sense. It's a song that leaves you with more questions, but that's the fun of music. Oh my God. Vanessa said umlauts over the A for the win, and that's Vanessa Craven. Gremlin of Voice said, I actually just remembered I watched the new Hunger Games in the theater. Good morning, RJ and friends. Red Dog said, good reason to skip the show. Kimmel's the host. It's just okay. Left Set Fred said, Maestro wasn't bad. It's just good. Technically good. Fair enough. I can see that. Especially, I also feel like Tar already cornered the market on films about conductors. I know this is a biography, but do you know what I'm saying? I feel like people are we're a little exhausted by this already. Nicholas said, I'm going to search for a lost cat with a $10,000 reward. Good for you, Nicholas. Vanessa said, how long till you look up the trombone champ walkthrough? Nope, I'm figuring it out on my own, and you're going to all watch me figure it out. SM said, is Nails here? Where is Nails? Is everything okay? V said, speaking of AEW, the curse of the full playlist struck again. Does it say the playlist is full? I'm sorry that the system is not on top of these things. I really apologize. I'm trying my best. Gremlin says, probably a question you asked plenty of times. What are some things to know for someone who wants to start wrestling school? Go to therapy first. Find out what voids you have in your system that are causing you to do this. Number one. Number two, get in shape. I mean, that would probably make wrestling school a lot easier. Clean. Bring extra clothes. Get like baby wipes. It's important to stay clean and fresh. And then just, expect it to not be very good for a very long time. So no surprises, I think, is the best way to say that. Left Said Fred said, watch this year's Oscar nominees, and we'll do an Oscar preview on the good, the bad, and the hungry, which is, of course, a podcast that I was on the Voices of Wrestling Network. You can hear me talk mainly about Don Knotts. Caleb said, you're absolutely killing it on Hey W. How long does it take to do your research for each guest? It depends on the guest. Obviously, somebody like Adam Copeland, there's so much off the top of my head that I'm like, bah, 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 bah. You see other people, maybe new, up to Harley Cameron, for example, people who are perhaps their career is not fully out there for the public. You got to go, you got to dig, you got to poke, and then you find things. It depends. Christine said, Vanessa, my kid and I yell that at the screen every time we watch those videos. Harley has oh, Jesus Christ. Pardon me, miss, but I've never done this with a real live squirrel. Is that it? Straight off the farm with an actual arm full of real live squirrel. And I'm just saying the rest of it again. Pardon me if your affectionate squeeze fogs up my goggles and buckles my knees. I'm simply charmed by the sight and the sound and the scent and the feel of a real live squirrel. Asked me to sing the song again, but less. It was just the first two lines that had squirrel, and then that's Moneybags over here. I feel dirty. No other way to. Silver Anon said that song implies a lot. Mike said, your singing voice particularly good this morning. Well, maybe I will sing a few more other things until it gets bad. Bradley said, Harley, Jesus, everyone's just shocked at what financial bully Harley is. Mike says, just over 30 years since John Candy died, if you want to feel really old. But that makes sense. I was like a kid. I don't remember him dying. I just remember him being dead. Harley said, it's okay, guys. I'm rich. I have many businesses. She's like Gary V. And I mean that in the worst way possible. Mia said, I don't see Nails here. Nails, everyone is asking for you. Mel said, I try to see all of the Marvel movies in the theater and some classics if I can. I'll probably see the new Ghostbusters in the theater. Oh, it's exhausting. Oh, another Ghostbusters. It's just, I can't. My Ghostbusters cup is full. Two movies, and that was more than enough. Silver Anon said, if you're so rich, send me $50 too. Squirrel Squad said, after watching your Champong Champ videos, me and my daughter started it and had a blast. We couldn't stop laughing about how ridiculous it is. Thank you for playing it so you can understand that it's not easy. It looks easy, and it's very, very hard. So if I wasn't doing these videos, I would probably have lost enjoyment in it. I would have stopped playing it maybe after 5 songs, but dear Lord, they did add a lot more. Loopy said, love sharing my Sunday coffee with you. Thank you, Loopy. V said, the YouTube full playlist didn't update to add the new episode again this week. No need to apologize. You definitely don't prefer more nonsense. I mean, let me do the nonsense, and then I prefer structure. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm sorry about that. I'll figure it out. Liam said, waking up to Matt Sydal and SCTV references was not on my bingo card for this morning, but I love it. It should have been. Amanda said, I saw your picture on the new old wrestling, but I think it's just for the ad, not because you'll be there. Care to prove me wrong and tell us you'll be there? As such, with the indie shows, I can never confirm anything right now. Other than if I could, I would. Will I? I have no idea. I will say you may have seen the pictures, but we were in the Atlanta area this week, and I may have achieved a dream. And you're all just going to have to wait and see what that dream was. It was quite a day for me, and not just me, but an incredible experience. And I will share it with all of you when I guess they send me the link to fucking share it. I guess how that thing works. Also, I may be in Philly that big special weekend. Ring of Honor has a pay-per-view. I might be there doing business. The Canadian tour starts next week. Obviously, we have big business in Boston on Wednesday. We know about that. I don't even need to plug it. I think it's been well plugged. Then Saturday, we're in Ottawa at it's like the Canadian Tire Center, which sounds so exciting. Could Jamaica Sports Arena sound less exciting? Which will be nice. And then the week after, we are in Toronto. We are back in the Coca-Cola Coliseum, where I used to watch my father playing a band and almost get trampled by horses. So it has a personal meaning to me. Renee will be there. I will be there. We're both from Toronto. Would be a nice time to get a graphic. Red Dog said, don't have a hole in your shorts like that one guy Triple H said something to on Tough Enough. Good snap. Silver Anon said, I have a very lovely singing voice, and I think that's fantastic. And I've lost my place. V said, the song is so much more entertaining with Squirrel. Lauren said, hello, RJ and chat. At what point does Matt's cactus collection become a full-on fetish? As per, hey, if you want so many cactus pictures, go to Matt Sydal's Instagram. Matt Sandy said, I saw a SCTV clip yesterday of Rick Moranis, Eugene Levy, John Candy as a band. Moranis sang on key. The others were so bad intentionally, obviously. So, little backstory. That is from the Preteen World segment, and they're the Recess Monkeys. And they were probably singing Gone So Long. What you don't know, and it's fantastic, is that Rick Moranis is left-handed. And instead of having a left-handed guitar, he learned to actually play the guitar backwards or upside down or however it works. Every time Rick Moranis is playing a guitar, it's look at it. It's fascinating. Left Head Fred said, the 2016 Ghostbusters relaunch is such a fascinating mess of a movie. I love looking back and going, where did this go wrong? And also this is my other gripe with nostalgia, and me talking about nostalgia is very ironic. But somebody just posted about the A-Team. Remember the A-Team reboots, like Liam Neeson and Bradley Cooper or somebody, and the guy from District 9. And it was like, I'll never forgive society for making this movie a flop. And I'm like, it's just, and then posted a shitty average clip of like a horror. And it's like, gee, if you just wait long enough, we can pretend everything was good. I guess that's why people are trying not to die. They go, if I just wait long enough, my time will come. Gremlin said, sometimes leaving on a good note is better than dragging it out until it's dead. And we've done 91 episodes of Hey. Marvin Lee Grant said, hey, RJ, why are your eyebrows so perfect? I don't know. I guess they're pretty good. I could get them clean. There's a little patch here. Like, what is that? Can that be filled in? Not really. I don't know what to do with that. Bradley said, the new Ghostbusters movie has a special popcorn buckets for the release of from a ghost trap to a giant ugly Slimer. What object would be turned into a popcorn bucket for an RJ City movie? I think a giant cup of coffee. And it would say not popcorn on it and make people think, I think that would be good. Red Dog said the trailer looked tempting, but then Patton Oswalt appeared and I immediately lost interest. I'm a little done with, can we let go of the originals? Can we let Bill Murray have a nap, maybe? Squirrel Squad said it's way more difficult than I thought it would be, talking about Champong Champ. We were playing on the Switch, so it's motion controls. Oh, Lord, I got to do that. Bill Wood said Eugene Levy got his star recently. That's actually a scam. It's a whole thing. I can't get into it right now. W. Stein said, I'm sad that you were not on the new Dynamite intro graphics. Well, since I'm never actually on Dynamite, kind of pointless. Sean is going to big business. Isn't that nice? Mike said, I've got tickets to Ring of Honor. I'm sure my wife will make an RJ related show. I'm sure everyone will love it. Chankla said, Moxley should join you to have some coffee here. Listen, go tweet him. I'm sure he's honest. I'm sure he's scrolling Twitter right now, saying, "Hey, why haven't I been on Hang?" Christine said, "I'm getting sign supplies this afternoon for the Toronto show. It's a March break project for the kid and I." Nell said, "I am here, by the way." And I say, "Good for you, Nels. Welcome. We were all worried about you. Thought there was an accident." Marvin said, "Do you guys ever plan to come to the Caribbean to do shows? Wrestling companies only reach as far as Puerto Rico." Well, since I'm not in the touring board, I don't make those decisions. I have no fucking idea. Probably not. It's such a shit. The whole, you know. A Rare Beast said, "My father is also a lefty who plays guitar right-handed because a lefty guitar would have been expensive and hard to find, so he just learned the opposite." Isn't that remarkable? Look at that. Harley got her fucking threw the cash at me, got a squirrel song, and fucked off. James said, "Rampage Jackson was B.A. Baracus in the 18 movie." Thank you. I couldn't remember his name. I didn't want to be racist. Left Said Fred said, "RJ, be careful to design your popcorn bucket so it doesn't look like you can fuck it." Or maybe that's the appeal. Maybe it says not, it's a giant coffee cup, says not popcorn, and then there's just like a flesh vagina. Gremlin said, "I could also sell a cup of coffee shaped like a box of popcorn. This is not coffee." Actually, that would be really good. This is a very good idea. Christine said, "I think we've established you're not allowed to mess with the hair on your head, RJ, aside from shaving in suitable increments to allow for scruff." What are we talking about? Riley said, "Hey, RJ, my girlfriend Sam with the tortoiseshell glasses and I are going to be at Dynamite in Toronto. I hope we get to see you there at some point." I would assume I'll at the very least be loitering. I like to do there. Mrs. Scott said, "Good morning. I hope life is being fair to you today. Just got back from a pleasure trip. I took my mother-in-law to the airport." What's that from? Is that from Goodfellas? Is that from Henny Youngman and Goodfellas? Or was it Dean Martin? I think it's from Goodfellas. W. Stein said, "Since there was a Willy Wonka experience, what and who would be found in the RJ City experience?" I have news for you, W. Stein. You're in it right now. This is the experience. And anyone, Vanessa, Mia, Nails, Harley, anyone here right now who has spoken to me can attest that it is just like this. Bradley said, "I went to Dragon Con years back, and there was a fascinating panel held by TCM Underground, and they gave out bundles of stickers to each person. I still have so many of them." TCM Underground was fantastic. It was a show that I was almost on in 2022 before it ended, and it sucks. But I think you will be pleased with what I have coming up. Mia said, "I thought Mariah May would have thanked you in your acceptance speech." So did I. Gremlin of the Voice of the RGC Experience, a nightmare of a musical. Chunklala said, "Who's your favorite from the women's roster currently, RJ?" Well, I mean, Toni Storm, top of the list, obviously. You know, championship-wise and buzz-wise. It's the insane shit that she does is remarkable. Who else? Love Trisha Dora is fantastic. Karen Jarrett is fantastic. So I'm just listing them. I mean, I thought Trish was very good. Big fan of Trish. Who else do I really, really like? Abaddon is also fantastic. Red Velvet, especially when you get to them, you get to have them on Hey, and then you're like, oh wow, she sold me on her, which is great. Not Billy Starks, not Billy Starks at all. I'm trying to think who else here. Deeb is a fantastic wrestler. Deonna Purrazzo, Thunder Rosa, and now I'm just naming people now. I don't know, all of them. They're all my favorites. Not Billy Starks. I can't. Harley's not even on the list. She doesn't really wrestle. Nell said, "I feel like RJ has thought I'm dead. Had an accident a few too many times." Well, like you're always here, and then you're not, and everyone was worried. Leo said, "I just realized I am late due to daylight savings over there, but not over here." It kills everything. SM said he thinks the worst. "Remember when he thought my mom was dead?" Yes, I did. Christine said he is prone to catastrophizing. Now I'm prone. That's all I do. Bill Wood said, Oscar picked. I think it's going to be a great show. Liam said, how awesome was Sting's final match? What will you be jumping off of at 65? A futon. Probably rolling to the floor and going, can someone help me? Gremlin said, we need no loitering. That means you, RJ, sign. That's a lot. Nell said, I can't believe you didn't mention the slip Matt had on his debut when you were going through his trauma. I felt like we should leave that alone. I felt like there was so much other stuff there, you know, and we've all been through it. That's why I don't go to the top rope. That way I don't fall off. Air said, wow, we are all in the RJ City experience and enjoy it. Mr. Scott said the joke was from Milton Berle when he hosted the Muppet Show. Oh, my God. And then Statler Wardorf said, I know the problem, Berle. You're standing too close to the stage. Back up. I was here. Back up. How far do you want me to go? And he says, you got a car? Then I remember. That was a very good bit. Thank you. Karen said, I like your wrestling style. I said, great. Celia said, when are the Wrestlelands getting their own sitcom? Oh, this is so bad. I hate when it's just like a picture of two people and they're like, this should be a sitcom. It never ends up being a sitcom. It does nothing for anyone. It's meaningless. It's hard enough. The sitcoms that are out there are struggling for their lives. The art form is almost dead. And here you are with your 2 cents. This should be a sitcom. Thanks. Thanks a lot. I'll go ring Ted right now. Les Fred said, RJ, it's up to you to liberate the Coyote versus Acme movie from the vault. I would love a Marvin the Martian movie. I think he deserves one. And that's what kills me. Would it not behoove a whole wave of other, if it came out and did well, you think it was just a layup? Nell said, name a woman. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Jenny Jones. Gremlin said, see, I'm imagining when you say RJ's wrestling style, you mean doing interviews instead of wrestling, which is just the next level of the Orange Cassidy gimmick. Yeah, not quite. Mr. Scott said, popcorn bucket is nice, but what would be the design for the RJ City custom championship belt? I did have one of my own ones for Greek Town Wrestling. We just had a show last night, and it was a pink satin sash. James said, Queen Aminata is fantastic. Yes. Josh said, I watched The Red Shoes last week, and it seems like a movie you would like. Have you seen it? No. Thanks for the 19 months. Josh, remember, for 19 fucking months. Isn't that insane? Are you talking about The Red Shoes diary that turned into a series with David Duchovny? Is that what we're talking about? There's a lot of shoes going on here. Please fill me in, Josh. Mike said, Lady Frost is so underrated. Kurt said, okay, this is big, said Kurt. You were 2 for 2 when wishing Liverpool luck in big matches. Today's probably the biggest. Again, it's not against Fulham. Can you wish Liverpool good luck for me and really mean it? God bless. Good luck, Liverpool. Great luck, Liverpool. Incredible luck, amazing luck, stupendous luck, Liverpool. We are sending our vibrations into the universe, and that's how you manifest things. Sometimes every morning I will brush my teeth and go, good luck, Liverpool, to you today, to you, to me, to do, to you today, Liverpool. I love you. Is that okay? I think it was okay. Red said, what about Statlander? What about her? Leo said, are you glad Ricky Gervais isn't going to do that awful speech that everybody says is funny for some reason? And he tries to poking the bear, but also having drinks with the bear at the same time. V said, the RC City experience is my favorite part of Sundays. Riley said, I realize he just got here, but any prospects of getting Will Ospreay on Hey W anytime soon? Yes. Gremlin said, the you not going to the top thing reminds me of the one AJ Styles bit during a tournament when he was afraid of doing springboard moves. Okay. Moneybags is back. Harley Cameron said, best impression of me. Go. Oh, well, no, not like that. Well, no, what, me? Yes. Oh, look. What? Not going to go to. Yes. Could everyone tell that was Harley Hammer? and then some sort of picture stealing my pose. Some random photo that inexplicably gets 5,000 likes. Oh, I sing. You. Yes. Is that good enough? Not like that. I don't think. I'm funny. I think that pretty much covered it. Bradley said, what is your favorite iteration of Sting, excluding anything he's done in AEW? I like the TNT movie Shutter Speed that he did in 2002. Miss Sandy said, have you seen the altercation between Milton Berle and Richard Pryor on the Dick Havoc show? Pick your spots, kid. I'm only going to tell you once. Pick your spots, kid. And then Richard Pryor said, all right, sweetheart. And then Berle was livid. Nail said, can we get a 60-second scene of you sitting next to Fabio on a roller coaster when he gets hit by a bird and insists he's fine when he clearly isn't? Okay. Yes, she's been a member for 46 months. She deserves this. Sitting next to Fabio on the roller coaster. Okay. All right. That's good. That's fun. He put the bird on his face. It's good bit, Fab. Good bit. Oh, it's gonna bleed. Oh, it's bleeding. That is great. No, he's fine. He's just doing bits. You know, guys, you know how wacky Fabio can be. You know how he's always joking around? Hameo. He's a right. No, he had it. It's a prop bird. It's he had it in his pocket, and he's good. He's gonna be fine. He broke his nose for the bit. He's an entertainer, and we. How about a round of applause? You killed a bird, Fabio. And scene. That was some requests, Nels. You really came packed with that one. Blue Meanie is here. And Blue Meanie said, good morning, all. Good morning to you. Keith Moore said, just binge your reaction videos to sitcom intros. Please bring them back as soon as possible. I'll get there. Josh said, The Red Shoes is a Powell and Pressburger movie from the late 40s about backstage goings of a ballet performance. It's beautiful, Technicolor. I've never heard of this, and I would love to. I just watched It Should Happen to You, Jack Lemmon's first feature film, and it was great. Leo said, do you remember when Renee mentioned the Jacksonville Jaguars at Wembley and got booed? Do you remember when she said, Darren O'Brien? Christine said, best impression ever. It gives me such joy when Renee fucks up and I can be a part of it, because then I never feel bad about myself. Josh said, Red Shoe Diaries with the sad sack Mulder is pretty good too. Nail said, Harley is so different off screen, clearly. Rob said, must be like watching a mirror. Bill said, I thought this was Robin Williams. Well, it kind of is in a sense. She kind of goes, and he's like, oh. Harley said, that sucked. A Rare Beast said, wasn't Sting almost in Liar Liar? I heard Sting also audition for Revenge of the Nerds. Leo said, are you going to pose for Fitness Girls Now? Maybe I will. I think Harley's insulted. Harley flew too close to the sun. Leo said, who is sweeter, Bill Murray or Chevy Chase? I think Chevy in his own way. Amanda said, I got called into work at my part-time hotel job for the first time in 3 weeks. I work there for the hotel discounts only. It's a good idea. What do you do? What do you do there? Do you work at the front desk? Because that's fun. That's got to be fun. Lauren said, there's a little Winston Churchill in your Harley impression. Well, thanks. Christine has gifted 5 memberships, meaning James V, Desi, Greg. Yes. And somebody else? No, that's 4. I can't tell anymore. But thank you, Christine. That's so sweet of you. Mike said, I just saw a video on how everyone hated Milton Berle when he hosted SNL. It's because he insisted on doing his own stuff and then prearranged a standing ovation for when he sang his song. So whatever. But also, if you watch it now, it's great. Gremlin said, what is your favorite wrestler pet duo? First of all, there's part of us all that needs to admit there's no wrestler, like there's no animal in wrestling that isn't kind of animal abuse. I think we can all kind of agree on that one, right? Wouldn't you say so? Does any animal in wrestling look like they're having a good time? Having said that, I have to go with Bad News Brown and the giant sewer rat, which is just a possum in a cage. Rob said that performance deserves a Tony Award. Leo said, what is the best bad movie? Oh my God, I could be here all day. Ford Fairlane, The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. Amazing cast. Even all the bad jokes are all done by people you like, so you kind of don't mind them. And it's with Andrew Dice Clay. It's basically what Ace Ventura was before Ace Ventura, but instead of pets, it's like rock and roll, like music-related crimes. And this kid runs up to Ford Fairlane and he goes, Ford, I gotta talk to you. And Ford goes, what's it about? Premature ejaculation? Oh! And you're like, what? How? You can tell that was like, hey, I'm gonna ad-lib. This one's gonna be really good. Mike said, member for 13 months, has been a member for 13 months. Akita said, member. The sexual tension between RJ and Harley is uncomfortable. It's called humor, my friend. It's called just, she does a subtle wit. And it's just so clever. And I admire it so much. Her political stuff is great. Harley, tell everyone one of your political jokes. Leo said, has Renee seen my spaghetti meal joke about her? No. You want to tell it to me again and I'll tell it to her? SM said, same 60 seconds, but from the bird's perspective, please. Jesus. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, there's Six Flags. Let's check out. I've got a beautiful feeling. Oh God, what happened to me? What happened to me? Ow, there's a sharp pain in the chest. Oh, is everyone okay? Fabby, V, are you? What are the odds? What are the odds? I'm fine. How are you? This is incredible. This could not have gone better. This is outstanding. You see them on TV, and you see him on the romance covers, and then just smacking his face. Are you okay? I didn't mean I was swooping. I got distracted. I'm sure in my head I went, "Hi, Fabio," and then all of a sudden, you lose control. You wake it where well, let me be honest with you. The one flaw might have been the nose. In the long run, can I tell you something? Think I did you a favor. Think of the press this will get. You didn't even do anything. You went on a roller coaster. You don't need to go on another one again. What are the odds of this happening again? Never. This is amazing. Can I get a picture with you? Thank you. And scene. That was a bird running into Fabio's face. I'm so happy we're back to doing topical stuff. Nail said, did you see your little pop-up on Boxermania this week for Renee? No, I didn't. And I must have, I feel like I watched it and I skimmed through it. I'm going to go back and watch it again. That makes me happy. Man Sandy said, Jack Lemmon was great. I was told when she said it, I went, the best part is, like, when somebody stumbles, I'm of zero help. My instincts are just to not get involved. And it makes me happy. Vanessa said, my favorite fuck up of Renee's was the gang bang. Pretty stellar. It's good. And I also think people notice only when she fucks up because everyone expects me to fuck up anyway. So anytime I do, they just go, yeah, that's right. Leo said, I need to draw a picture of Renee saying that white sprinkling bland cheese on her spaghetti. All right, well, then do it. Kurt said, did you know David Letterman shot a few scenes for the male lead in Airplane? Yes, I believe his screen test was either online or they showed a clip of it once. Um, Amanda said, I work at a bar restaurant. It's a Hilton Garden. Ugh, it's not a hotel. Bradley said, who are the best and worst hosts of the Muppet Show? Vincent Price was pretty good. Vincent Price could do and did do basically anything on that show. The worst was maybe Peter Ustinov. If I'm gonna get from that's my hot take of the day. Peter Ustinov was the worst host of the Muppet Show. Leo said, I think that bootlicking turd Joe Pesci, incorrectly spelled, ripping up a picture of the Pope saying he wanted to punch Sinead on SNL was a low point. Yeah, that was not his best work. Didn't age well. A Rare Beast said the Adventure of the Fourth Fairyland is the only Injured Ice Clay media I have consumed. God bless you. B said 100% agree. There's no ethical animal use in wrestling except humans, and even that gets questionable at times. Mia said, what is your cheat meal for today? I'm having tacos. I'm having sushi. Sometimes I don't want to have pizza. What did I have last? Last week it was so hard because I was at Revolution. I'm not going to eat like shit before the show. So you try to keep it normal all day. And then after the show, it's like everything's half gone. Try to cobble together a bunch of cakes and cookies, it was okay, but it's now all rushed. And then they had ice cream in the room, but the fridge was not cold enough, so it melted. Vanessa said, speaking of pets, how is Sylvia today? Any chance we can see her today? No, she's not around. She's not normally in. She's doing this new thing where she sits on a particular pillow. And if you're on the couch, you have to set up the pillow for her, else she won't come on the couch. But she's not today. If she was here, I would have, but she's not. She's good, though, otherwise, I think. She's demanding. She just yells at people. Red Dog said, best bad movie, 90s live action Super Mario Brother. Another good example. Leo said, I would rather watch live action Mario Brothers than anything with Chris Pratt into it. In it. CC Bonbon said, what did Cope have in the box last night? Well, it's his Spike. So it would be, if I'm going to be literal, it might just be a giant spike. That might be helpful. Letterman saw it. It's on YouTube, said Bill. Thank you, Bill. Leo said, have you seen the footage of the original Shrek with Chris Farley? Would have been better than what we got. Yeah, maybe it would have. I think Shrek is a weird movie. We made so much money. And I went, do I really like this? Neil said the Boxymania bit is in the first 2 minutes. Then I definitely skimmed over it. Son of a bitch. I'm going to go back. Left Side Fred said, Oscar recommendations. Absolutely have to see Oppenheimer, Holdovers, Poor Things, Barbie. Way overachieves, and it's great. Zone of Interest is great, as is Anatomy of the Fall. I heard Zone of Interest is great. Oppenheimer is like, I don't have the fucking time. Like, I don't have the ability to donate that much attention and focus to it right now. And then I feel like it's wrong to do it any other way. Does that make any sense? Like, I'm not seeing it out of respect. Bradley said, I was always freaked out by Macho Man getting bitten by Jake's cobra. What are some of the scariest animal spots in wrestling? Anything with an animal is bad. They're lucky Coco Beware's bird Frankie didn't fuck anybody up. Really? Blue Meanie said, isn't your fridge usually on the left? No. None of this has changed. And you've now freaked me out. You've made me rethink the layout of this whole kitchen. It's fine. It's exactly the way it was. I assure you. I hope. Red Dog said, it's funny how John Leguizamo and Bob Haskins hated the movie and used to drink before scenes, and now John acts like it's better than the great CG anime movies because nostalgia makes everything better. Repeat after me, kids. Leo said, do you prefer Chris Pratt or James Corden? Chris Pratt, I don't have to see every night on my TV. So, just for that reason alone, I would prefer Chris Pratt. Ross said, if it said Spike, it could also be a hedgehog. What a strange. Adam Copeland has lost his mind, and it's going to be in Toronto. It's got to be something that would make him. My money is on some sort of medieval torture device. Left Set Fred said, bad movies. You have to watch The Apple. A failure at an attempt at a musical. Utterly insane. You know what musical I watched recently in the past 6 months that I liked? Dix the Musical. I may have mentioned it here before. Nathan Lane is in it. Megan Mullally is in it. These two guys wrote it. And I think they did it as a stage musical first and then adapted it into a movie. Megan Thee Stallion is also in it. It's great. I thought it was fun. Riley said, have you checked out the Savannah Bananas? Not only have I checked them out, but when I was in Savannah, I met the Bananas. Not all that cracked up to be. Squirrel Squad said, Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was good, but definitely too long for me. Leo said, I heard Cillian Murphy is playing Macho Man in the biopicture of his own life. Mike said, I think Meanie is doing a callback to the TV shows with Kitchens on the Left. He's always been smarter than me. This is now making sense. That was, I think, my favorite episode of the show ever, when we just listed Kitchens on the Left. You frightened me, though. I respect your opinion, and you frightened me. Nell said, watching Dark Side of the Ring, I was re-traumatized by Earthquake killing Damien. That must have been fun to do, though. Getting to squish shit like that with your ass. That when I was a kid, I was like, this guy sits on people, jumps on them with his ass. He's my favorite. Rob said, all the times I tried to freak out by saying this ghost, and all it took was suggesting that the freak is usually on the other side. Blue Meanie knows how to get in my head. He's figured me out. Ribby said, Adam Copeland purchased the rights to Spike TV, and he was carrying around the Joe Schmo show. What else was there? The Roller Jam? Does anyone remember Blade Warriors? It was American Gladiators, but on rollerblades. That shit was great. What was the other one? The Joe Schmo show. Pros versus Joes was actually amazing. It was a great show. Bradley said, I think Blue Meanie had a Twilight Zone, the parallel moment, and is actually from a different universe. Leo said, I want Gary Vee to make an appearance on AEW, get beaten up by a wrestler, and then never followed up on, and we never see him on AEW again. You mean the Bow Wow? Left Set Fred said, Simpsons had the Kitchen on the Left, by the way. That wasn't mentioned. That is quite true. V said, Kitchens on the Left was a fun week. It's Kitchens on the Left week here. We should do that once a year. Then Sandy said, you're welcome from the Kitchens on the Left thing. I told someone it would take over the show before I first brought it up. Well, I think about it every day. Nell said, what would be the most fun thing to squash with your ass? I mean, cake. Cake would be great. You think that my head went to raw meats, but then you think of the health risks. A hamburger, and we're going back to meat here. Spaghetti, a squash, an actual squash might be different if it was cooked and then cooled. Bill would say Jello. It's also another option. Leo said, what Dark Side episode that hasn't happened yet would you want to see? Oh boy, I want to know about. Was there one on Dave Schultz? Am I crazy? Because there should be, because he was great. Left Set Fred said, Cope bringing back Pros versus Joes would be the ultimate babyface move. Squirrel Squad said, between now and next Sunday, you have to get a complete remodel of your kitchen to really mess with people. I don't know what you're talking about. Miss Sandy said, Don Callis can yell roller jam like he did on ECW TV. I love me some roller jam. Nell said, is Matt the first person to bring up Monk with you first in a conversation? Yes, and that's why Matt Sydal needs to be respected not only as a wrestler, but as an artist. Go watch his AEW right now. James said, I loved Roller Jam. Nell said, Damien was raw hamburger meat. Yes, and it was in a bag, and I think that helped. Poe Girl said, ass cake. Leo said, Renee's plain spaghetti meal with bland cheese would be fun to sit on. Sour cream. Bradley said, did you ever watch Tales from the Dark Side? It was a great anthology series. I think it was produced or created by George A. Romero. Yes, and I also did remember when I would do the Hollywood Squared Circle when I wasn't working? There was an episode of Tales from the Dark Side that was a wrestling episode, and I can't remember who's in it. Other than Vic Tayback, I can't remember the wrestlers that were in it. It was like some guy who kind of looked like Hulk Hogan, so they used him for a bunch of things. and this guy had to wrestle like demons from hell, and he was managed by his mom. Miss Andy said the John Tenta episode of Dark Side wasn't too dark. Obviously, it had a sad ending, but overall, he had a decent life. Yeah, and also I think that's fine. He's someone who deserves more of that. You don't have to just be a total fucking mess, you know? Kurt said, do you think we'll see The Big Short or Moneyball style movie on the inner workings of pro wrestling? And if so, who will play Sean Ross Sapp? I will play Sean Ross Sapp, and I will get all the hot scoops and charge people for them and say, whoa, looks like Dynamite's going to be 2 hours tonight. Might be a little longer. No, Moneyball sounds so smart, and wrestling is so not, that I don't see how it'll happen. Left Side Fred say you should do more reenacting forgotten scandals of the past bits. RJ as the rabbit terrorizing Jimmy Carter. RJ, the what? The vomited upon Japanese prime minister. Oh, I remember that. That was a good time. And then didn't Jean Chrétien, there was a pepper spray incident, or there was a pie in the face? The pie in the face is always good. Can't go wrong. Christine said, someone left the kick out in the rain. I don't think your ass can take it because it took so long to bake it. I'll never wear those wrestling tights again. I think it would feel fun to do. Now that I'm thinking about it a lot, now that I've doubled back and I'm thinking about it again, I think it would be great. Rob said, John Tenta was only 43, though. I thought he was 43 when he was 27. John Tenta was born at age 18. Mike said the 80s Roller Jam was wild. It was like a pro wrestling show with really bad acting. So Roller Jam at some point, and I would love to go back and find out when. And obviously there was always a little showbiz on it. But during that ECW Roller Jam era, they decided to become fully scripted. And it was the craziest thing in the world. It's like, I got this briefcase. And oh, it was great. I just remember being stunned by it. Amanda said, gotta go to the hotel now. Have a great week, sir. Talk with you soon, friends. Goodbye, Amanda. Have fun at the hotel. It's really just a bore. Squirrel Squad said, I love the Joe Smo show. Have you seen the show Jury Duty? It was the same kind of concept. I have not, but I've heard about it. I have a friend in it. It's supposed to be fantastic. Neil said, do you think you could survive if you went to Japan and found yourself in a shoot fight? I don't even think I could survive if I found myself in Japan. Stop. Bradley said, what is your favorite David Lynch film? I was just talking about this. Wild at Heart. Plenty great works, but that's my favorite David Lynch film by far. I don't know. There's something about it. All the acting is great in it. The music is great. It's got so many great scenes. It's got one of the best opening scenes ever. Really, really, really. It's like, I remember watching it in high school, and I was like, holy shit. Rob said, have you ever spoken to Pac backstage? I've said hello. V said, Nails, his interviews with Japanese wrestlers give him anxiety. Do you think a shoot fight would go well? I feel like they're all waiting for me. Mike said, Jury Duty is really good. Check it out. Thanks, Mike. Leo said, do you like matcha? It is too much work. James said the 80s roller derby show was called Roller Games and did a figure 8 track and used alligators. Jesus, why haven't I heard of this? Blue Meanie said, one of my favorite things I heard in the locker room was John Tenta saying, I don't rib people because I don't want to be ribbed. Let that be a life lesson to you all today as you go out into this world, as you undertake whatever you have to undertake, One Dead Man Show. Let that be a lesson to you. Don't rib if you don't want to be ribbed. And it's so weird you always forget, what was his name? Golga, that John Tenta was in The Oddities. It was a very well protected, and I wonder if maybe it's just because I was a kid, but I don't think everybody knew. And it is insane to have such a tremendous 80s run, 90s run, and then at the late 90s. It's, Blue Meanie said Tenta was a sweetheart. And Robert Maillet Kurgan said the same thing. Sweet, and also all those matches are good. He was great. Mia said, Christine, you need to have RJ sign your trading card. I've heard that there may be some significant memorabilia of mine coming this year in a variety of forms. One might be a mystery. One might be of a higher status. But I would say by the end of this year, it's March, it'll be out. Nell said, can you have Pac on Hey W soon, please? Let us give you some Geordie references to catch him off guard. Just DM them to me. Bradley said, what's your go-to sushi roll? Like a dynamite, like a good solid dynamite. Sometimes I got these Sunday rolls. I'm not crazy about them. The spider roll's not bad. And a green dragon. I like a green dragon. Leo said, action figure? I mean, don't get that excited. I don't think there's any need to get that excited. I'll tell you now, Harley has completely fucked off that I did that impression of her and insulted her. She ran away. Christine said, significant memorabilia. Take my money. I will also say, if I do go to Philly that weekend, I will try to get on some other business. I don't know if there's stand-up shows or if there's some Matt Cardona bullshit going on. But if I'm there, I will be around. Joseph Ramus said, good morning, Ajay. Cheers. Cheers to you, Joseph. James Benton said, Roller Jam had a skater that went on to wrestle and even competed in an infamous match against Perry Saturn. His name is Brian Gamble. Excellent. Thank you. Why don't I know about this at all? There was somebody else. You know, it's nuts. This is what I've been going through this morning. This was my morning. I wanted to watch a Bob Hope special because it looks really, really bad. I have a picture. I have a picture of it. Hold on. Give me a sec. Let me find this picture. It's worth it. This is worth the wait. It is from 1988. And it is called HNN, the Hope News Network. And there it says funny news network. So it's a parody of news shows. Bob looks not well. Bob looks like he's winding down. The original Nose for News takes a wry look at the entire world and lampoons TV reporting like never before. Moscow and Glasnost, Washington and the election, the Olympics and Seoul, no matter where in the world it's happening, HNN's got it covered with laughs. And can I just read the guest list here? Tony Randall. So we've won already. Tony Randall, Phyllis Diller, Yakov Smirnov, Brooke Shields, and Morgan Fairchild. And then it says, with comedian weatherman Fritz Coleman and other surprise guests. And I went, never heard of this. This is actually my favorite here. Hilarious new special, blah, blah, blah. What will Ted Turner say? So the second I saw this, I ran to my computer to find this. I was like, I'm strapping in. This is what we're doing. It has been, there is not, other than that and like a couple stills, this was totally scrubbed from the internet. If it was ever on the internet in the first place, I have to check maybe the Internet Archives org, that thing. They may be available. I think it's available if I went to the TV museum. I would have to physically go. It is kind of nuts that there's so much Bob Hope. I mean, every USO tour and shit you can find online. And then there's stuff like this, which is even more current, modern day, you can't find anywhere. That's so weird. Man Sandy said, Dana Gould's impression of old Bob Hope was amazing. Find it if you've never seen it. Mike said, Perry beat the piss out of the Roller Jam guy. I can't wait to watch that. I have so much. I have a watch list now. Leo said, Bob Hope was born in the area I work at. He didn't live there very long, but there's a Bob Hope theater in the area. That makes sense. Man Sandy said, where is this Bob Hope special available? YouTube? I cannot find it anywhere. And I've spent an inordinate amount of time looking for this. I really tried. I really want to see this so badly. Rob said, meet me at Paley in 1 hour. I used to go there by myself, and it was so worth it. Poe Girl said, so happy to see a new Hey W. Me too. And it needs your support because the hours changed and all the business. So go quote my tweet. Go quote the AW tweet so they see it and say, everyone watch the show. Matt Sydal's nuts. He went on this journey of self-discovery and he brought forth so much wisdom. And I felt enlightened talking to him. So go watch it, go like it, go comment, go share it, go tell the world to wake the fuck up and watch it. That's, I think, the important thing. Harley's gone. Vanessa's gone. Nails is still here, though, even though she showed up late. Anyway, that's it. Let's get a final look at these. Who cares about me when I have these on? Aren't these so much better? I think so. These are just, and I got the official. Look at this. Look at this. And it's they're comfortable. Usually novelty underwear are not so. Oh no, Vanessa is there. I'm not gone. Have a good week. That's adorable. Christine said, last minute tribute. Also, go listen to Nug's podcast. Yes. $1 words. His wonderful podcast. Go watch. And until next time.